Hello and welcome to a presentation of the We Ain't Getting Younger book tag. This tag was created by Una of the Codex Cantina for Crypto's 111th birthday. Prompts. Number 1. While it's proven too many birthdays can kill you, the amount of cake we eat is still up for debate. Name the most recent book to give you that sugar book high. In March I reread Fathers and Sons by Ivan Turgenev, which I rated highly. The writing is excellent, the story is involving and engrossing, and the characterization is superb. Prompt number 2. Sometimes we get older and wider instead of wiser. Name the longest book you have read. The World Crisis 1911 to 1918 by Sir Winston Churchill, which is 1,453 pages long, is probably one of the longest, but may not be the actual longest. Prompt number 3. Best thing about pictures is they are always a younger version of yourself. Name a book you loved more on the first reading. I have a few contenders for this honour, but the most recent was The Code of the Woosters by P.G. Wodehouse. I must have first read it when I was a teenager, when my critical faculties were still undeveloped, and so it had a rosy glow in my memory. I read it again in December 2019, and I thought it cleverly plotted, but trivial and unfunny. Prompt number 4. As you get older, you must learn to never skip a bathroom break before jumping in the car. Name a book you read in very few sittings. True Grit by Charles Portis is only 250 pages long, and as it is a delightfully told story, I read it in a few days. Steve would have knocked it out in half an hour, but us lesser models require a bit longer. Prompt number 5. Don't let old age get you down, because it's harder to get back up these days. Name a book you put down and why. I think I will nominate a revered classic for this dubious honour, the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. Ridiculous and preposterous stories told in rhyming couplets at tedious length. Not even a modern English version can redeem this tiresome medieval nonsense. Prompt number 6. Age isn't how long you've been alive, it's how many lives you have lived. What book genre do you want to try? I've recently been reading detective mysteries with the Inspector Morse novels by Colin Dexter, and westerns with True Grit by Charles Portis and Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry leading the way. Not my usual literary fare, but enjoying them immensely. Prompt number 7. Life gets worse the older you get. Luckily, you don't have much left. Name a book that slowly turned sour and you finished it anyways. Were you glad you stuck it out? The Religion by Tim Willocks contains graphic violence, sadistic cruelty, blood-soaked writing, and distasteful descriptions of bodily functions. What's not to like? I read every distasteful word, as I wanted to complete it for my Chunksters reading challenge. Strangely enough, I ditched The Newcomes by William Makepeace Thackeray, which was also a Chunksters reading challenge book, but this was because it was simply boring. And the same goes for Quicksilver by Neil Stevenson. I was motivated to read it for my Chunksters reading challenge, but it was just too boring to carry on reading. So perhaps I secretly enjoyed Willocks' gory writing. At least I wasn't bored by it. Prompt number 8. Peer pressure seems to decrease as you get older. Where did all your friends go? Name a book you checked out because of peer pressure and were glad you tried it. for this prompt I'm going to name 2 books I read because of BookTube recommendations. One I liked and one I didn't. The first is The Known World by Edward P. Jones, and the second is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. Could have done without the first. Glad I tried the second because it was superb. Prompt number 9. We all get older together. Tag people. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, as Una tagged the whole of BookTube, except me. But if you haven't done it and you would like to do so, then you are tagged. And now here's a quick recap, and I'll be back soon with another BookTube video.